Welcome to Grand Prix, your go-to channel for the fastest updates in Formula One. We've got 3 hot stories for you, so make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay ahead of the pack. Let's get started. Among all these upgrades, the most eagerly awaited is undoubtedly Red Bull's update package for the RB21. The car hasn't quite lived up to its dominant reputation so far this season, and as a result, there's been growing tension behind the scenes. Max Verstappen, the team's star driver, has made it clear he is far from satisfied with the current situation. In fact, there are strong rumors that if Red Bull fails to deliver significant performance improvements at Imola, Verstappen may begin negotiating with rival teams for a potential move in 2026. Here at Grand Prix, we've been following every development closely, and we already have all the details on the updates Red Bull will be bringing to Imola this weekend. So, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and give this video a like. It really helps support our work and ensures you stay updated with all the latest F1 news. Let's dive into the specifics. Firstly, Red Bull has decided to split its major upgrade package into 2 phases. The first phase will debut at Imola, while the second part is scheduled for the Spanish Grand Prix at the end of the month. The rationale is to gradually introduce significant changes while allowing time for data collection and analysis before implementing the remaining updates. Focusing on this weekend's modifications, the majority of changes are concentrated around the floor of the RB21, arguably the most critical component in today's ground effect F1 cars. The floor has undergone substantial alterations, both in the visible areas, such as the edges and side sections, and in the underbody, where the Venturi tunnels have been extensively reshaped. These tunnels play a crucial role in generating downforce by accelerating airflow beneath the car. By modifying the floor, Red Bull aims to increase airflow efficiency under the car, thereby enhancing aerodynamic grip and overall performance. Given that the floor is responsible for generating the lion's share of downforce in the current era of Formula One regulations, optimizing it is paramount. Additionally, the lower section of the side pods has been revised. The new design features a subtly different shape, specifically to complement the reworked floor and ensure optimal airflow interaction. Furthermore, the rear bodywork, particularly the area beneath the engine cover near the rear wheels, has also been updated with revised contours to better align with the new aerodynamic philosophy. Moving further back, the beam wing at the rear of the car has been updated too. While its overall shape remains quite similar, Red Bull has adjusted the internal angles within the wing to better manage the airflow influenced by the new floor design. This modification is intended to stabilize the car's rear end and improve aerodynamic consistency across various cornering speeds. With all these changes, Red Bull is confident that the RB21 will generate higher levels of downforce and offer better tire management, closing the gap to rivals like McLaren, who currently excel in maintaining tire performance over race distances. The goal is to produce a more stable car with a wider operating window, allowing Verstappen and Tsunoda to extract maximum performance regardless of track conditions. However, it's important to note that Red Bull acknowledges these updates won't solve all the car's issues immediately. The team considers the upcoming Barcelona update to be the final piece in this extensive upgrade puzzle. But even so, they expect noticeable improvements at Imola, particularly in terms of consistency and driver confidence. That said, recent history has shown that Red Bull's upgrades haven't always delivered as expected. The correlation between wind tunnel and simulator data versus on-track performance has been less reliable than in previous seasons, which raises some doubts about how effective these changes will truly be once the car hits the track. Welcome back to Grand Prix, your daily destination for no-nonsense Formula One news. Today, we're diving into one of the hottest topics in the paddock, the uncertain future of Max Verstappen and how it's sending shockwaves through the driver market. If you're enjoying our updates, make sure to subscribe and leave a like. It helps us continue delivering the best F1 content daily. In recent weeks, the 2026 driver market has become the center of intense speculation. Everything currently revolves around one name: Max Verstappen. The reigning champion has yet to confirm if he will stay with Red Bull Racing beyond the current season, and his indecision is putting nearly every team and driver on edge. If Verstappen does decide to leave Red Bull, no seat on the grid is truly safe, even those already under contract. This includes Mercedes, a team reportedly eyeing Verstappen as a potential cornerstone for their post-Hamilton era. Red Bull, in turn, has shown interest in Mercedes driver George Russell as a possible replacement, creating a tangled web of uncertainty and negotiation. So what's triggering all this speculation now? Well, this weekend's Imola Grand Prix might be pivotal. Red Bull is set to introduce a massive upgrade package designed to bring their car back in line with, or even ahead of, the dominant McLaren. The team is banking on these updates to reignite their championship campaign and convince Verstappen that he still has the best chance of winning titles with them. But what if the upgrades don't deliver? According to multiple sources in the paddock, Verstappen could begin negotiating with rival teams immediately, exploring a potential exit to secure a more competitive seat for the 2026 season. Among those reportedly leading the chase is Aston Martin, where big names and big investments, including Adrian Newey, are building serious momentum behind the scenes. Adding fuel to the fire, Nelson Piquet Jr., brother of Verstappen's girlfriend Kelly Piquet, recently commented on the matter. Having previously provided reliable insights into Verstappen's situation, Piquet stated that Max won't make any career decisions during the 2025 season. Instead, he's expected to wait until the midpoint of 2026, once he can clearly evaluate the competitive landscape under the new regulations. He wants to see who's built the strongest car, who's struggling, and which team offers the best shot at long-term success under the rules that could define the next half-decade. According to Piquet, Verstappen will only announce his 2026 plans at the end of next season, keeping the rest of the grid guessing and potentially throwing the entire driver market into chaos. With so many contracts, strategies, and sponsorships depending on what Verstappen decides, a late announcement would create a domino effect across the paddock, leaving teams scrambling for last-minute deals. However, it's worth noting that other sources strongly suggest Verstappen may not wait that long. If Red Bull's Imola upgrades fail to deliver, some believe the Dutchman might secure a new deal before the end of 2025, kicking off the 2026 season with a new team and a fresh chapter in his already historic career. So what happens next? We'll be watching Red Bull's performance at Imola closely. If the car fails to meet expectations, the Verstappen saga could accelerate rapidly. Let us know in the comments. Should Max make the move now and start 2026 with a new team, or would it be wiser to wait and evaluate how the new regulations affect the grid before making a decision? Stay tuned to Grand Prix. We'll keep you updated every step of the way. Hey everyone, how's it going? Quick update for you regarding this weekend's Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix at Imola. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications here at Grand Prix. We bring you the latest F1 news every single day, always straight to the point. Now let's dive into the key development of this Thursday at Imola. Traditionally, Thursdays at a Grand Prix weekend are dedicated to media activities. This is when drivers head to the circuit for press conferences, interviews, and, crucially, their first meetings with race engineers to kickstart preparations for the weekend. It's an important day for building momentum ahead of Friday's practice sessions and ensuring that all teams are aligned on strategy, technical setups, and car development updates. However, today Ferrari made an unexpected announcement that immediately caught the attention of the paddock and fans worldwide. The team revealed that Charles Leclerc is currently unwell and, as a result, will not be participating in any of Thursday's scheduled activities at the circuit. Ferrari did not specify the exact nature of Leclerc's health issue. They opted to keep the details private, emphasizing instead that they remain confident in Leclerc's ability to recover in time for Friday's crucial track sessions, which include Free Practice 1, FP1, and Free Practice 2, FP2. As it stands, Ferrari has expressed optimism that this is a minor setback and that their star driver will be ready to hit the track when it matters most. However, the situation has understandably raised some concerns within the team and among fans, particularly given the intense competition and the significance of the Imola weekend for Ferrari. Racing at home in Italy is always a special occasion for the Scuderia, with passionate tifosi filling the grandstands and high expectations for the team's performance. Should Leclerc's condition not improve sufficiently by Friday morning, Ferrari would be left with no choice but to turn to one of their reserve drivers to step in, a scenario that teams always plan for but hope to avoid. In Ferrari's case, That would likely mean Robert Schwartzman or Antonio Giovinazzi, both of whom are affiliated with the team and have recent experience in F1 machinery. However, no official statement has been made regarding any potential replacement. It's important to note that, in modern Formula One, even a single missed session can put a driver at a significant disadvantage for the remainder of the weekend. With limited practice time to fine-tune car setups and collect vital data, especially on a technical circuit like Imola, every lap counts. Missing out on Thursday's initial briefings and meetings with engineers could potentially disrupt Leclerc's rhythm, even if he returns for Friday's track action. That said, Leclerc is known for his resilience and professionalism. Ferrari fans around the world will be hoping that their lead driver can rest up, recover quickly, and resume his fight at the front of the grid. With the team bringing updates and looking to close the gap to rivals like Red Bull and McLaren, having both of their regular drivers fully fit is critical for their ambitions this weekend. As always, we'll be keeping a close eye on this developing story and bringing you the latest updates as they happen. Whether it's Leclerc returning to the cockpit tomorrow or Ferrari having to make a last-minute substitution, you'll hear about it here first. So what do you think? Will Charles be back in the car for free practice one? Or are we about to see an unexpected twist at Ferrari's home race? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget, subscribe and turn on notifications here at Grand Prix so you never miss a moment of the action. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next update.